Yeah, that was peak Call of Duty. I don't view Call of Duty as like being in a bad spot now. I just think that honestly, like people talk about like how bad Call of Duty is. I don't think Call of Duty is bad now. I think we just all grew out of Call of Duty. I think that's what like a lot of games. A lot of games we've all kind of just grown out of those games. So we dislike them, even though there's nothing like I don't know what we've just grown out of it. Like I've been playing Call of Duty games since freaking Call of Duty Big Red 1. But multiplayer I've been playing since freaking Modern Warfare, the original Modern Warfare. You just get eventually you just get out of freaking like I want to say out of love with them, but you start to want to play other games. And like when it comes to shooters, if you're someone who loves shooters, like I love shooters, you try to find one that fits what you want, like something that's different. Like for me, you know, when Rainbow Six Siege first came out, that was something different for me to freaking try out. I was big into Siege when it first came out. Because it was different. It took actual fucking skill, whereas Call of Duty doesn't take any skill at all. So I was just getting so excited about it. Oh man, this game takes freaking skill. This is real. This is a real fucking like FPS game. Again, I prefer to freaking make new characters and not spec. I just feel like it's more fun for me that way. Keyword there's for me. I know some people in From Software community, because I remember 64. This is like back in Dark Souls 3. So I was like, how can we make a new character instead of just respecting your characters? I'll make like a lightning character. And I was like, because I have more fun playing through the game from level 1 up with a new character versus freaking disrespecting somebody. Yeah, it's just me. As I was telling Bartholomew, I was like, I don't gatekeep how you play any game. I also don't freaking you know, my thought process is do what you want to do with your own game. You want to respect. You don't. I just have more fun making a whole new character. That way I can freaking experience that build from, you know, that level 1 all the way up. Go through all the trials and tribulations of it. Thinking about it though. You will hope for that. He kind of sticks to the Black Ops games only for your con experience, although you did really enjoy Infinite Warfare's zombie mode. Yeah, that's something like Potato is. Potato prefers Black Ops games. I kind of prefer Modern Warfare for the hit reg. I don't hit reg, but for the hit detection. Again, I'm sick. My brain doesn't work. The time to kill. The time to kill Modern Warfare games are usually pretty short, and I love short TKs because it makes it feel way more rewarding and skill required to freaking get kills. But I also definitely enjoy Black Ops because I played Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3, and Black Ops 4. Skipped Cold War. And I've been enjoying the Black Ops beta. Like it has its connection is like really annoying and frustrating to deal with because I don't know what Activision and their need to freaking have cheat servers, but the desyncing in Black Ops beta has been pretty annoying. It's still Black Ops, and I've still been kicking that ass. And as I always say, you'll always freaking enjoy a game when you freaking kick somebody's ass.
Here I am, quite unable to move on.
But since I said this in I did a review for the Black Ops beta, not really a review, but just thought video on my YouTube channel, and I had mentioned I was like, I watched a lot of dev diaries because I like getting an insight from the devs on how they do things, and I've watched dev diaries for like FPS games, and what they talk about is the reason that they have long TTKs is because it allows for casual players to have a fighting chance against good players. So it's an intentional thing is to compensate for people being you know bad at the game and allowing them to be able to actually you know do good, because at the end of the day you don't want people to not be good at the game, because if they suck at the game they'll stop playing. It's like a mental gymnastics kind of thing where it's like if we allow bad players to get kills on good players, still they'll keep playing the games if they're good at the game. So like the dev diver stuff, like how there's a lot of things like that that exist, like lagcom. Lagcom exists so people who have good internet can't just freaking, you know, run roughshod on people with bad internet. And I remember Respawn mentions too. They mentioned like why they made changes to Apex that they've made. It's like because they want people who are, you know, not mechanically skilled to have a chance to freaking win Apex. It's not the one to jump. It's not to do a back jump. Excuse me. The funny thing is, like, a lot of people freaking get mad at that kind of information because they like, because if it's their favorite game, people don't like having their favorite game being called casual or easy, but they get defensive. Like, it does take skill. Like what the developer literally said. It just because the developer made the comment that they made, and I'm telling you that this exists this way, doesn't mean that you know, you can't be good at that game. Because if you're good, you're good. It's just basic. You enjoy some of the movement system to the older Blackouts. It was kind of cool. I think on movement is nice. I think that it does need to be tweaked a little bit though. I feel like from a balance standpoint, you need to make it to where you're pretty inaccurate when you initiate like dives and slides and whatnot. You know, just from like a result standpoint. I know it's a lot like you will say, oh, it's a video game, it doesn't need to be realistic, but yeah, I've gotten kills in that game just because I'm allowed to be freaking accurate on jumping in, you know, off a freaking roof and sliding around. It just makes like frustrating gameplay for a lot of people. But I do think that's where like the skill gap will exist. Like for this new Black Ops game, even though Call of Duty games tend to not take skill, I do think for Black Ops, the skill gap will be, you know, who is and who isn't good at freaking on the movement. On a higher level term of playthrough, movement doesn't seem too useful. Yeah, like me, if you're playing against people who can, you know, aim, they'll fuck you up. Like I feel like most people who, you know, are good at FPS games will still, you know, do fine. With like the only exception being like maybe you might get confused, you know, your first few times playing Black Ops 4, if you never, not Black Ops 4, Black Ops 6, you never played it before, you might get confused about dead bodies because, you know, people can lay on their back. That makes it to where like you can be a little confused if someone is or isn't alive or dead. I have seen people say that. I think people be like, oh, I thought that was a dead body. Like I don't think auto movement will carry someone. Like if you're bad at the game, you won't get good because of auto movement. Yeah, the game has potential to be a decent Call of Duty game. Yeah, I don't think it's like the return to greatness of Call of Duty though. Mostly because I don't think Call of Duty can ever return to greatness. Just via fact, like I said before, that Call of Duty games, you know, they're all virtually the same, and you can't reinvent the wheel enough to make it to where Call of Duty will be what it used to be, because we're all different now. Our mindsets are different now. You know, back when Call of Duty was like the game. It's gonna catch you before, right? No, we and you never had a Call of Duty conversation. We talked about Elden Ring. Like the last time you were streaming, we had a conversation about gatekeeping Elden Ring. But when it comes to like Call of Duty, you know, when we were all playing Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1 and NW2, we were all playing the game for fun. We were all playing the game to enjoy ourselves. Whereas now, the mindset of gaming isn't the same. The mindset of gaming nowadays is people are playing games competitively. And everyone wants to be good. Everyone wants to get a recordable clip. Everyone wants to freaking, you know, play the game as if they're trying out for a pro team. Everyone's trying to get that TikTok clip. You know, if you're a streamer, you don't want to. If you're a streamer, you don't want to get into any games on your live stream. You're getting freaking right. You want to look bad in front of people. It's like it's just way more freaking. It's like it's way more serious now, and because it's way more serious, we can never return to the games being, you know, that fun that it was. Like that's why Call of Duty is what it is now, because it's not fun. It's not fun because everyone's competitive. And even if you, as an individual person, decide like, no, I'm not going to be a tryhard. your teammates are going to be tryhards, and your opponents are going to be tryhards, and it just ends up leading to you have to play just the way they're playing, because if you don't, then you're just behind. Yeah, it's kind of like, I always say this, that, you know, I feel like the gaming community is stuck in 2006 when it comes to gatekeeping, when it comes to console wars, things like that. Like, I think all that stuff is immature and stupid, and it's very 2006. I was at someone's live stream, I think it was like TBH, the Black Okage, and he was playing Call of Duty. I think it was Call of Duty. I forgot what he was playing. It was a shooter. Someone was like, "What?" Someone was like, they were mad at him because he popped off. It's like, "What's your KD? What's your KD? You wanna 1v1 me?" It's like, my man said, "What's your KD? Do you wanna 1v1 me?" That is such a 2006 thing to freaking say. What's your KD? Do you wanna 1v1? Grow up. You gotta grow up. As soon as the game comes out, some tech is always discovered immediately. Yeah, it's kind of like people, you know, in sport games like FC, people are trying to like, how do you avoid meta? You can't. You know why? Because the very foundation of what meta is will always be a thing, because meta is whatever the most effective way to win is. So no matter what, you're always going to be freaking dealing with meta. Meta could be, you know, let's say Elden Ring. Let's say the meta for Elden Ring, he becomes using a great sword and a staff. Then it gets nerfed, and then people start using fists. That becomes meta because it's the meta is what people are using the most. So you can't avoid meta. It's not possible. You know, it's also like when it comes to like hackers, you know, a lot of people they think developers are ignoring hackers. It's like they're not. It's just really hard to deal with hackers, because the second a developer designs an anti-cheat that can counter whatever the hacks are, the hackers already found a way around the anti-cheat, because it took developers too long to freaking make the current anti-cheat they have. And it's like, it's a cat and mouse game. For a little bit, you find something that works, and then a new hack comes out. Those made this before. Hacking is literally $1 billion industry. There's money in hacking, so that's why hacking exists, because people are willing to spend money for it. And so for as long as as long as there's monetization involved with hacking, it's going to be a thing, because, you know, people are going to do whatever they can to make money. So that's just capitalism 101. And then when it comes to like people who buy the hacks, as I speak for, people are obsessed with stats. People are obsessed with trying to appear as being good at video games. So they buy hacks so they can look good in front of their friends. They won't tell their friends how they got those stats, but they'll, you know, broadcast. They'll post a screenshot of whatever their stats are. They'll never show you any gameplay. They never do a live stream or anything like that, but they'll show you screenshots of their stats, because they want you to think that they're good, even if they aren't actually good. They just buy hacks. But, you know, if gamers went back to the mindset of just playing games to enjoy them, we actually start seeing the community change and the game landscape change to be better when it comes to like enjoyment of games. That's why, like, nowadays, like before, when we first all started getting to like FPS games like Gears of War 2 and Halo 3 and Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, the peak of those games was we were all so level-minded that we can go solo queue in those games and make friends. We'll go solo queue and, you know, be having a ball, talking, you know, shit to the other team, and it was all just friendly banter. And then like your own teammates were like, "Hey, you want to squad up?" And you're like, "Yeah, let's squad up." That's so rare nowadays. People aren't meeting people in video games nowadays, because like everyone's just, you know, just narrowed in on their own performance, and they don't give a fuck about the teammates. Everyone's trying to be a lone wolf. No one cares about the teammates. People aren't talking in game chats. People aren't making friends nowadays. Still does happen, not at the higher levels like once before, but I don't get the chance to play against casual, so I never get to see it. Party chats and Discord is always going to be the end option. I think the thing about Discord that's good that people underrate is that with Discord, you can still talk in game chat when you have Discord. The issue is people don't comprehend that. Whereas like on console though, it's different. On console, if you're in a party chat, you're not talking to anybody in game chat. And people who aren't in party chats, they usually, you know, have their headset off. Like not, they either have their headset off or they have like the in-game chat muted. You know, and that's because people don't even like. It's funny. People don't want to make friends, but people will also be in people's Twitch chats going, how do I find people to play with? I mean, I play like a lot of R6, and when it comes to R6, there's always people in like R6 streamers freaking chats going, you know, hey, how do I get a 5-stack? And it's like, well, you get a 5-stack by just going playing some regular ass games and talking in game chat. Eventually, people will be like, hey, you seem pretty chill. Want to squad up? Like, hey, you know, y'all are freaking like solo queuing. The issue is a lot of gamers are pieces of shit and nobody wants to game with them. You know, there's one guy whose chat it was. You know, he did the same thing everyone else does. You know, how come I can't find anybody to play with? And I asked him, I was like, well, usually people can't find friends because they're shitheads. So, you know, are you someone who people don't want to fuck with? And he admitted to it. He was like, yeah, I'm kind of toxic. And I was like, that's your problem. You can't make friends because you're toxic. Nobody wants to deal with that. Nobody wants to freaking deal with toxic people. Especially if that person's a content creator. Like me as a streamer, I don't want to be anybody who's toxic in my freaking party chat, because if someone's toxic in my party chat or my Discord chat and I'm streaming, that can look bad on me, because Twitch holds you, if you're a streamer, Twitch holds you accountable for anything someone in your party chat says. Doesn't matter if you didn't say yourself, Twitch holds you accountable for anything someone in your party chat says. So you don't want to have dickhead friends or people who are racist as friends, things like that, who are in your party chat freaking, you know, dropping slurs and shit. It's like, you know, it's like, yeah, you can't be a piece of shit and think you make friends. There's a lot more people who end up being toxic nowadays. Yeah, and they just get more and more toxic, because here's the funny thing about it, and this is my brain. I took psychology in college. This is my psychology brain working. People, and this is weird, people will be toxic and be mad that they can't make friends, and in turn be more toxic. It is like, you ever tried not being toxic? It's kind of like when it comes to people who are miserable. They you know the saying, misery enjoys company. So instead of thinking to themselves, hey, if I just start being nicer to people, maybe my life will actually start being better. Like, maybe not today, if I just start being a better person, things will start to happen better for me. Like, especially if you're spiritual, you get this a lot. Anyone who's spiritual, who watches the VODs, or watching, who's lurking right now, you get it. You know the universe does the universe's things. So like, you gotta breathe that shit to the universe in order for it to happen to you. But these people, they don't think to themselves, okay, what if I just change and not be a shithead? Like, get friends. They double down. They dig their heels even deeper. They go down all the rabbit holes. If they freaking said some things that were homophobic, they go to racism next. They just go further and further into it, and just say, fuck it. Like, I'll rather everyone hate me, so I can't make any friends. It's like, just be a better person. You'll make friends. It's not hard. Not hard to make friends. You make friends are freaking random. But Hippie, we have a good rest of your night. I don't know if you're gonna stream or not. You do, I might pop me into your stream. Bartholomew, you probably like lurking and just chilling. Thanks for coming by. For those who do lurk, those who watch the VODs, y'all all appreciate it. Don't forget about that. Y'all all very appreciated. Doesn't matter what way you watch your stream. Anything is better than nothing. You have a good rest of y'all night. You have a good rest of y'all weekend. Y'all stay safe. Be constant with others. Free to be kind. I'll see you guys for the next one. Out of here. This is